Welcome everybody. Let's take a look at what's happening in the market. Daily chart, Dow Jones Transportation. You know, if you didn't join me this morning live on a Twitch stream, which I do several times throughout the week, you missed out. But there's a replay on the Discord server for the members, so you can go and watch that. I think it's sitting in the S&P 500 channel. So this week I'll be doing that Monday. Well, I already did it Monday morning here because today's Monday. I'll be doing it again on Wednesday morning and Friday morning. So come join me on Twitch. If you don't know where that's at, you can look in the general, I think it's the, one of the channels on Discord server. Can't remember which one it is at the moment. But there's a channel there that I just posted today, the Twitch link. Okay, so you can just go click on that, and at the times that are scheduled, 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. Central Time here in Texas. This week, Wednesday and Friday morning. So come and join. If you're not a member, well, become a member. Okay. At the end of this video, I'll talk about the membership briefly. There's a link in the description for the Discord server. Just read the instructions and then come on over and join the membership, and you will get access to all the membership features and to the Twitch live show not every morning, but at least 3 times a week. In the morning, I talk about quite a few different products. All right. Okay, let's get started here. Dow Jones Transportation. Today was a down day, 155 points right here. And I think we're going to see this for a lot of the indices. Looking over at the across the office here, and I see that the S&P 500 had a down day too, which we're going to look at that hourly chart. I want to show you something on the hourly chart. Really good cycles there on the hourly chart. Banging on. Absolute banging, smoking hourly cycles. Should have made a lot of money today. If you didn't, you were asleep at the wheel. Okay, Dow Jones Transportation has been very bullish, trying to curl over here a little bit. I noticed in the premium symbols I put out for the membership, there are quite a few symbols that were short. So that's unusual. Probably 20 symbols were short today that showed up on my algorithm for picking up symbols that look like they're shortable. So when I see that kind of stuff going on, that's kind of a hint that the market may be showing a little bit of weakness. All right, so just keep that in mind, that there's a little bit of evidence of weakness in the market, okay? Not saying it's going to last, but it may be just temporary. Okay, so Dow Jones Transportation down day. May see a few more down days here coming up. Could happen. All right, especially as we approach this cycle low over here, September 12th. Let's take a look at the Russell 2000. Again, same thing we saw in the Dow Jones Transportation. A little bit of a down day here. 21 points approximately. The Russell 2000 looks very bullish to me, though. It just looks like it wants to do this. It's sitting up here elevated. On this morning's show, on the live stream, I said that Russell 2000 on the 2-hour chart looked like it was a long. Okay, so I still think it's probably long. And we'll keep an eye on this right here, especially if it stays elevated. It does a little dipsy-do and bounces, and then it comes down, you know, kind of like dipsy-do, boom, boom, boom. Maybe it does this, I don't know, and then takes off again. Okay. But I do think the Russell 2000 looks very strong right now, and probably going to stay that way for a little while. Okay, let's take a look at the NASDAQ. Cash Index NASDAQ here. Same thing, down day. Let me switch over to the daily chart. And, this index is a little bit weak. Yeah, the Russell 2000 looks kind of strong to me. This one looks a little weak. Even though the price action looks similar, just where the momentum is, it's not quite as good. Okay, so this, I think I've been saying this for a while, and I think it's still true. The NASDAQ's a little bit more vulnerable to decline. Okay, so keep that in mind. There's your cycle over there, October 16th. There's another one out there, I think, in November. All right, let's look at let's look at the Nike 22K. Japanese stock market, more or less. This is the futures. Again, another down day. They're all moving in synchronicity here. This looks pretty strong, though. Tracking sideways. I think it's going to bounce. If it doesn't grab a hold and go down really hard right here, just, when I see this, talked about this morning, when you see a lot of sideways tracking, and this is doing this, if this comes down like that, and this is still just kind of tracking sideways, oh, that's bullish, and it's going to take off. Okay, so this feels a little bullish. Got to be super careful here. Momentum is still negative. Okay, so then this is going to have to prove itself. Eventually, though, I think, yeah, we're just going to have to wait to see how this plays out, because with it being this negative, usually bounces fail when it's negative like this. But we have a big gap in momentum going up. Okay. And yeah, I can see another leg up here. But I'm cautious about this just because momentum is so negative. I'd really be cautious about this particular product. All right. Let's take a look at the Japanese yen here. Swing this over to the daily. Still very bullish. Even though today was a little bit of a down day, this is just so bull. Look at this momentum way up here. This is, may go a little higher. September 24th is a cycle low here. Looks super bullish. Even we get some kind of dip in here, especially coming out of this cycle low. I have to wait to see if this does. But this continues to look bullish to me. Yen looks really strong. And if you missed this morning, I think I showed the 2-hour chart on this. Or maybe it was that. No, I showed the 1-hour chart. Oh my gosh. Okay, go make sure for members, go back and watch the replay of the Twitch live stream and find the 1-hour chart in that stream, that replay for the Japanese yen. Oh yeah, those cycles are crazy good. Really good. Okay. And as I said this morning, and I repeated here, of all the products to trade, the Japanese yen is it on that hourly chart. It is the moneymaker. Okay, let's look at the euro dollar. Euro currency futures. Yep, a little bit of a down day here. Super bullish too. May do this, come back up. Let's look at the daily chart here. Okay, obviously this got off somehow. 29, so this moved. Let me just take a look at these cycles for a second. Did they move around? Sometimes things get weird with this charting. Yeah. This daily cycle. I'm not sure this is it. This looks a little suspect. Like this. This looks wrong. And get rid of the yellow one. Doesn't look good. That's okay. Yeah, I don't like this. We're going to get rid of the yellow one. I don't like it. October 14th. Feel like this moved around on me. This wasn't a weekly thing, was it? No. Okay. Just making sure I got the right stuff going on here. Cycles have moved just a touch. These are a little early. These are right on. This one's early. So they're fluctuating between being early and right on. Okay, I'm not sure. I can't complain about this, but this moved quite a bit, which is unusual. This moved a lot for the new week. That doesn't normally happen, so. But the cycles look okay to me. Could go a little left. Yeah, okay, yeah. Let me just see something here. Like, do I like that better? I think I do. See, this is a little bit better. Right in here. This one would be a little late. This one's right on. This is a little bit better. What is this? Yeah, so just trying to find the average here of where these cycles plop down, maybe like right in there. Something like this is a pretty good compromise. What is this? October 2nd. So somewhere right in there. This one's pretty good. This one's good. Touch late, right on the money, right on the money. This one's a little bit early. These are all pretty good right here. Okay, I'm okay with this. So there's your euro dollar cycles, which seem to be pretty consistent. They're fairly consistent here, so that's pretty good. Yeah, October 2nd. Continues to look very bullish to me. Wow, this is like on fire, this thing. Really on fire. I don't know if I have an hourly cycle in here. Maybe I do. Yeah, okay. Yeah. See, this hourly cycle, ugh. The yellow one's probably okay. This big green one is garbage. These cycles on the hourly chart just, yeah. Meh, schmeh. They need to be moved. These are not that good. That's better. Somewhere right in there. Somehow these cycles got jacked up. That looks better to me. It's okay. These cycles aren't super great on the hourly. But the daily looks pretty reliable. Okay, but again, this product doesn't beat the Japanese yen for consistency on the cycles. The Japanese yen is just ripping. Let's look at the British pound real quick. Yeah, the British pound, my gosh, this thing's really on fire too. Look at this. I have no pullback whatsoever. Just ripping. Ripping. But it's pretty elevated now. I'd wait for this cycle low over here on the daily and then take advantage of it popping again. Might do this, right? Something like that. Price comes down here somewhere. I don't know, whatever it's going to do, and then it goes again. So I don't think going long right now is really the right answer, the right trade. I think short's super risky because it's so bullish. I'd be patient on this and catch it later in the kind of the middle of autumn, like October. Going into October, it looks really strong. This product's on fire. All right, let's look at. I want to look at corn real quick. I covered these products this morning too. The reason you want to look at the join me on the live streams because it's before the market opens up, right? That's important. We're catching it before. This is just a review after. So there's a big difference. Corn, if it does a little bounce here on the SMI and dips down again, short it. Look at this. If it does a little bounce at all, which might be take a few days for this to happen, maybe a week. If it does a little bouncy bounce and curls over again, especially below that line, oh yeah, short it. Because corn looks really weak. Okay, that's what's going on with corn. Super cheap product, by the way, guys and gals. Super cheap. For some reason, it's not showing here. It's being stupid. There it is right there. $266 to trade this. That is such a cheap product. It's crazy how cheap it is. All right, let's go to S&P 500. Daily chart here. Big old monster cycle. Goes all the way out to November 10th. Yeah, this is bullish. I mean, you got the SMI, it's saying it's dipping, price just tracking exactly sideways. This is, the chances are pretty decent that this is going to bounce and break all-time new highs. That's probably what's going to happen here. It hasn't done any decline whatsoever. Just tracking sideways for about 4 or 5 days. That is extremely bullish. Look at it happen right here. And bam, takes off. Okay, even over here, see how it tracks sideways and then bam, took off. Here, track sideways, dipped a little bit and then took off. So it may do a little dip, but this looks bullish to me. Momentum's gone bullish. And I think the market's is gonna have another leg up. So I'd wait for the dip on the SMI. If it re-engages, does that, oh yeah, go long, but not quite yet. You could do it now, but it's a bit risky because there might be a dip in here first. Okay, but I think the S&P 500 is going to go another leg up. That's probably what's going to happen here. Let's look at, I'm going to show you the hourly chart, which normally just for members. Hourly chart. Now, it's kind of hard to tell. There's 11 o'clock right here. Let me move this label. See if I can get in there and grab it. There it is, 11 o'clock. Okay. Look at that. 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, right down into this cycle low. It did have a bounce on 11, but basically we're just trying to get as close as we can to ballparking these cycle lows. And bam, was it on the money or what, guys and gals? Look at that beautiful cycle low. Smashing. I talked about that this morning at 7 o'clock, that I thought it was good to wait. The market was going to pull back into 11 o'clock, maybe try to trade it coming out of this. But as you can tell, this is just got a little diamond forming here. Okay. And S&P 500 looks a little bit weak here on the hourly chart. I don't think it's going to stay down there. I think you're going to get a bounce here. Probably. But that was a nice trade right there from up here at 56.60 down to 56.20. A good 30 to 40 point drop right here. Super nice. I mean, this was at least 30 points. You're looking at $1,500 on one contract right here. $1,500, guys, on an E-mini and $150 on an E-micro. Okay, so the hourly chart, not always, but quite often, the hourly cycles that I lay out here really are just super good for trading. Okay, you can trade down into them for short, or you can trade out of them long. Okay, so lots of money to be made. That's super, super smoking hot chart right there. The 2-hour chart that I send out every night to the members is great for swing traders. So if you're not a member, you're not getting those 2-hour charts in email every night. Let's take a look at gold. Did I look at gold already? I don't think I looked at gold. Let's take a look at gold. We're going to come back to S&P 500 and look at the trade of the day. But let me just look at gold real quick. Daily chart. Still on fire. Gold is just ripping. I bought a little cheapy gold stock. RHD maybe, RDH or something like this. It's doing okay. Bought it like at $2 and whatever cents, one of those. But it's profitable little stock that's been turning a profit. So jumped in on that. Who knows? Maybe it'll go to $50,000 and I'll make a bunch of money. But gold looks really good right here. Super strong. Oh my gosh, look at gold. It is just blazing. Blazing momentum since early July. On fire. August 26th. Well, today's the 27th. There's no dip whatsoever. I mean, I guess you could technically call that the cycle low. Gold is ignoring cycle lows right now. And that is an extremely bullish sign. Okay. This thing is on fire. And I think, considering the state of affairs in the world economy and the leftist jerk-offs who have destroyed the strength of many economies across the world, including the United States of America and in the UK now, it doesn't surprise me that gold is this high. Way up here at 25.52, got up to 25.70, almost hit 2,600. Gold is sitting up here at all-time highs. And why wouldn't it? With these jerks that are attempting to implement their socialist nonsense, their Marxist garbage, you know, and Camel Toe Harris with her, I'm going to implement price controls. You know, a 10-year-old child can go look at the history of price controls. They have never, ever, ever in the history of price control turned out to be a good thing. It's never happened. But she thinks she's being smart. What a loser. Yeah, I don't know about everybody else. And I really sincerely mean this. I don't care about anybody on the left that votes Democrat in America. My response to is screw off. And I mean that sincerely. Screw off. You're part of the problem. And I don't care if people don't like me for saying it. I've had it with the left and Democrats and the Marxists and the jackwads and the billionaires abusing their positions. I don't care if people are offended. I can't stand the left for everything they've done to destroy a lot of hard work. You know, you can not like Donald Trump. That's fine. That's your choice. But when he was president, the economy was romping and everybody had jobs and the border was secure. Yep. And everybody I've ever talked to, the ones that are least honest, they were a lot better off when Trump was president. Now, the woke crowd, the only thing they bitch and complain about all the time is the same old garbage. Yes, but they were bad to gays, and they were bad to transvestites and transgender this, and abortion. You know, it's always like everything about the left, the only thing they can focus on, because the only thing they have is either racism or some feel-good topic, right? Some woke feel-good topic. They never talk about economy, right? Jobs. And if they do talk about those things, they lie about them. Like the 800,000 jobs that they just lied about and got caught lying about. See, they don't even care anymore. They just lie and don't care if they get caught lying because they control the media. So they can go and lie and do whatever they want and the media will cover their asses. Yeah, but it's, you know, Google's is getting hammered by the courts for being a monopoly. So there's some pushback. And I'll be honest with you, I hope Google and YouTube completely, utterly crash. I really mean that sincerely. I can't stand that company. They're so invasive. They're a horrible company that censors free speech all the time. I think it was, I read somewhere the UK was threatening Elon Musk because of X. They arrested, by the way, I think it was, I can't remember what it was it France, was it UK? I can't remember. Some very wealthy guy got arrested the other day for, he's the creator of, what was it? Not Snapchat, but something else. One of those social media platforms. He's a multimillionaire, might even be a billionaire. And they arrested him for hate speech. I think it's the UK. So this is what's happening. To think about it. This is what the left does, and you should listen to my words very carefully. Even if you're on the left and you think it's good to vote for this leftist agenda, they're arresting people if they don't speak the language the way they want it spoken. Think about that. That includes you, anybody on the left. If you say something they don't like, they will arrest you. Now, those on the left think that's a good thing. What happens when you disagree with them? See, that, you know what that creates? Fear. When people start using their power and the government start using their power to arrest people for what they're saying, well, that's Nazi Germany bullshit. That's what that is. So the UK arrested this guy. But I thank God for Americans, because we're still armed. We have our firearms. We won't let them go, and we will stand our ground, and we won't let anybody take over America. I don't give a shit what anybody on the left says. You don't like it? Tough shit. I think that's pretty much wraps it up. The last thing I'm going to look at here is I'm going to look at the 5-minute chart. Look at the trade of the day here real quick. Finish this up. Very bullish. Or I'm sorry, very, very bearish in the market today. Check out this trade right here. 8.25 this morning. So just 5 minutes before the market opened up. Look at this thing telling us, make a trade. Okay, it was way up here. It rolls over. Okay, and look at this. Almost the whole day, massive negative. There was some whipsaw in here, but it barely went positive twice. Look at this, crash and burn. Called Bamski. Tried to recover, couldn't make it happen, crashed again. Okay, so big money maker right here. From about 55.60 down to 56.60 down to 56.30. There's your 30 points right there. That's a trade, only trade you did all day long. That's all you need to do to make huge money. Huge money. Okay, there's your trade of the day. There's really not much more to talk about. This is the trade of the day right there. It's staring you in the face. This happens a lot. 5-minute chart and the Get Us Plus indicator and momentum are the money maker, baby. Money maker. Over and over again, I see this all the time. Sometimes it's long, sometimes it's short, whatever it is. This is usually the chart that makes a lot of money. The 5-minute chart with the Get Us Plus indicator, momentum, and the SMI. You combine these and you just tend to make a lot of money. I mean, think about it. My membership is $7.99 a month. $7.99 a month. And today we saw how you could make over $1,000 on the S&P 500 just in one trade right here. Yeah, how many years does that pay for your membership? You know? Yeah. Listen, if you're a conservative-minded person, you want to come join a good financial opinion service, this is it. If you're on the left and you want to join, that's fine. I'm not going to tell you you can't join. Just don't bring your leftist garbage on my server, because if you do, I'm going to kick you. If you know how to keep your mouth shut and just use a service and you're a leftist, fine. I'm not going to, if you don't say anything, I'm not going to kick you off the server. Okay, but if you start talking trash, you're going to get booted. You want to know why? Because it's my business and it's my rules. That's how we do it in America. Free markets, freedom of speech. Yeah. Stick that where the sun don't shine, leftists. Jackwads. All right. That's it for today. And I think there's going to be plenty of opportunities to make big bucks in the market, both. And then there's so many great products to trade right now. Japanese yen looks super tradable. Gold is on fire. The euro dollar is on fire. The British pound's on fire. They're talking about the futures currency here. Of course, the S&P 500, I think it's going to bounce on the daily chart. Okay, the 2-hour charts that go out every night in the email. Make sure you're watching those 2-hour charts for those that want to do swing trades. If you can't trade intraday, okay, then look at the 2-hour charts that you get in the emails, because they're very powerful. All right, that's it. God bless everybody. Talk to you all real soon again next time.